Okay. I'll level with you that that was gross as hell. So, this is your host, Steve from the back, coming at you again, raw and unscripted with great thrusts to your guts once again. Obviously, I can't really say that how it's supposed to be said, but you have to read through the code. These are RIP thrusts. These are GRAPE thrusts up in your guts. Once again, as always, coming back at you with unrelenting and unforgiving, sinister thrust again, as always. So, basically, I mean, I've always known that my Wi-Fi sucks, and when I find a game that will run at a decent speed on my computer that's being funneled from the internet, I usually have to take advantage of it if I want to try to record it or play it or whatever, because trying to play a game from the internet, also coupled by a program that does screen capture, the main problem is the Wi-Fi in general, so it's going to be shitty and it's going to be slow, and it may lag. So I tried. I say tried because that's like my way of apologizing to anyone viewing this that is saying, oh, why is, this looks a little choppy, like it just doesn't look as up to speed, it looks a little choppy in some parts. I tried to play the Power Fighters, Mega Man, the Power Fighters. I tried to play it with my arcade pad and tried to record it for another arcade pad video. And I don't really know. I don't know if that's like a huge thing for someone, but you know what? I guess if not, then just shut up and just jump off the video and go watch another video. But I kind of wanted to talk about it ties into something I wanted to talk about today, and I may just play the footage while I'm ranting about this. So, I wanted to rant about a couple of things that are comical. Now, obviously I take everything seriously because that's the person I am, and I only take things seriously because, how do I really say this? I only take things seriously because, I'm gonna really try to break this down. To not be serious about something means that you are not attached to the outcome, and by the virtue of that would mean that it is almost pointless that you would set out to do anything. Do you get what I mean? What I mean by that is this, right? Now, let's say you go to the store. You set out to get root beer in a Slim Jim, right? Let's just say it, just hypothetically. You set out to get sour cream and onion chips, root beer, and a Slim Jim. Now, there's a level of certainty that you have to have, that you have to feel is going to make you satisfied, like, okay, they're going to have the items that I'm going to buy because I'm spending my money on it. I'm using my energy to go to the store to pick it up, right? So, there has to be certainty there, right? It can't be, oh, well, maybe they'll have cookies and I'll get that. No. It's like, I'm fucking going there to get some goddamn Slim Jims, and, they better have everything I'm going there to get, right? So, there has to be certainty, right? That's my whole point. If like I'm saying, there is a certain time where certain things don't matter that much. So it's like, okay, maybe they don't have Slim Jims, maybe they don't have sour cream and onion chips, maybe they don't have root beer, maybe they don't have whatever. But you normally, when you want something, you just want it how the fuck it is, and because you have to use your energy, which could be used on other things. But because it matters to you, you're putting in your energy to do a certain thing, and it's going to really piss you off. And if you're like me, you're just already have a temperament anyway, so you're already angry. You're generally an angry person anyway, so it's like you're not easygoing. Things make you mad and violent quick. So it's like you're just not. You don't want to play around with this. Like, you want to get it done smooth. You like things to go smooth and fast, because otherwise you're gonna get angry more than most people. So this ties into what this rant's gonna be about, right? so I'm laughing because it's kind of funny. It's funny because there are some people who they're just a little bit different, and it's like they're not as rigid. They're not like as like, okay, this has to be this way. If it's not, I'm gonna get violent. I'm gonna get pissed off, right? So what I'm really saying is, you know, you have my mentality versus other mentalities. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. That's just simply that's simply what it is. So, you know, you've had like many studies done. There have been studies done to where, like, you know, some people, they're more like up in the air. Like, it's more like, okay, they don't really care what they put on today. Like, they don't care what clothes they wear that day. They don't care what they have for dinner that day. Blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. Now, me generally, I don't really care so much exactly what certain things are. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care what I eat that day. I just really care if I'm able to stomach it enough to get it down. I care about how many calories I eat. You know what I mean? I care about that I eat enough. And definitely, it can't be not enough. It has to be enough. And then, I also have to make sure that, you know, I would like to enjoy it, because if it's just too nasty, then it'd be incredibly hard for me to eat it, you know what I mean? Just saying that. But what I'm saying is there are levels to this thing, and us as people pick and choose. What I'm saying is we are not so indifferent to things we choose to do, things we choose to eat, and goals and actions and things we choose to take and embark on, things that we choose to put emphasis on. See, and then temperament is part of it. So, you know, a person like myself, I'm finding, I've always found this over years, like, especially modern, okay, I'll keep it real. For some part of my years as like a teen, maybe my head was at my ass. I don't know, maybe my head might have really been at my ass. Because I didn't really notice how things have been changing, if they were even like that when I was growing up as a teen, at least. But I noticed it today. So I was laughing because I saw some video where someone was critiquing Andrew Tate, of all people. You know, this Andrew Tate guy who's becoming popular. They were critiquing Andrew Tate, and for stupid reasons anyway. I have to say, a lot of things he says, yes, does he come off animated when he says it? Yes, does he come off extreme or something? Or some people may say, oh, well, he's just doing that for publicity. I really don't know, and I don't care. But I understand certain things that this man says, and I agree with a lot of things that he says. And I really only think I agree with these things because me as a person, a lot of things people would call toxic or even toxically masculine about myself. You know? And I think what it really is, I don't think it's toxic. I think what it is that some people, the only way they have a drive for anything, like myself, is because they experience a lot of anger very fast. So it's not like it takes a lot to really piss me off. Like, it takes like a very small thing, and it really will impact me, and I'll get very violent very fast and get very angry very fast. Like a lot of us men are, right? It's just a thing. You know, it's like you don't like the way something is, you feel in your mind that it's reasonable that you should be that angry, so you just say, oh, you know what, this is just not gonna, like, this is not gonna work. Like, I'm gonna have to, like, do something about this. And I don't believe that's toxic. What I'm trying to say is, what I'm really trying to say is, I'm trying to say that I think when you have a mentality and a temperament, like myself, and it's not just me either, this is a thing that runs in my family, honestly, with males and females in my family, but it's mostly males, that it's extreme. This drives you. This type of mentality and type of temperament drives you. And what I mean by drives you is it drives you to do things that the next person would either be too weak to do, too soft, or too impatient even, or a combination of all. What it does is it gives you a hatred and a rage, literally, and a frustration that will make you accomplish goals over a long period of time. Like, for instance, you want to change something, you realize it's going to take you a very long time to change this thing, you realize that you're going to have to work, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone to change things, you're going to have to learn things. This gives you a drive to do just that, instead of a lackadaisy, lazy approach to where you are laying around saying, oh, you know what, I don't really, I mean, I know there's people that really care about that, but I really just don't, it doesn't really cross my mind too much, like, I'm kind of just content, and, it'll just work itself out, see, it'd be an overstatement to say that's the opposite, but that's kind of like the opposite. It's kind of like, when you see shit like that, to a person like me, it's like almost unbearable. It's like disgusting. It's like, wait, what? It's like, are you kidding me? Like, what are you doing? It's like, are you, for lack of a word, it's like, are you fucking serious? It's kind of like, I can't even stomach to be around you. Like, what are you? You know what I mean? And I'm sorry if that offends people, but, I'll say again, that's an overgeneralization. That's like I'm just saying that to make a point. What I'm really trying to say is I'm trying to say there's make a distinction between one type of pattern and habits and then another. And what I'm trying to say is a person like myself is a person with a very literal, even a very combative, very warlike mentality, and it's very it's very reactive, and there's no bullshit. It's like, this has to be done, so I'm gonna do this. I hate you so much, I hate this so much, I hate all this so much that I have to change it, or I have to become so self-sufficient or so above in a degree that I have to be able to distance myself from said person, said people, or said this, or environment, or this or that, or so on and so forth. Right? So, that's a thing. Right? That is a thing. And another thing I have to put on top of that, and I'm only going to put this twist on it, because I am myself. I feel like I say it all the time, but, fuck it, I'll just say it again. And get the judgment that comes with it. I am a Satanist myself, okay? I'm a person that believes in balance, but like I'll say it again, I'm a Satanist. Not only just a Satanist, but I'm a person who is trying to learn to be an occultist, amongst other things. And my mentality kind of just is, this is going to sound messed up, but this is the truth. At some point, someone has to be the expendable asset or person. It is what it is. You have to hate or dislike or realize the necessity for survival of in some type of way, that someone or something, you just may have to bump said thing or person off to get where you need to go, right? And It's not a party in a game of like, oh, well, we can all fit here, we can all get in here, we can all get along, we can all do this, because that is just not true. And I'll kind of elaborate more on that. So I'll give you an example, right? Now, let's say, for instance, a person like myself, and this kind of ties into so much, and I'll just keep it real, I'm not going to mince words, I'm going to keep it fucking 100% real. You don't gotta be black, white, whatever race. If you're a straight man, and you are a, not no little pansy-wansy, you're like, oh, you know, no. If you're a man that, like I said, you have a real temperament, a man's temperament, and you're a straight man, you realize how ruthless you have to be as a man. Like, you realize that, okay, it could be your friend, it could be this person. If there's a girl that, like, is wife material in your eyes, you have to realize that, like, a woman, if you really want that woman, you really do love that woman, you really care, or whatever it is, you have to realize that, like, everything has to be expendable at that point. It's like, everything has to fall behind that. Like, it's like, you can't, you gotta be ready to pretty much destroy whatever stands in your way, actually. That's how it really, it's kind of like a money thing. It's like, okay, so you realize, okay, well, what could actually stand in my way for me getting to point A to point B? And then you have to realize, okay, well, I'm going to have to destroy X, Y, Z, and there can be no sympathy, there can be no mercy, there can be no sorrow. You literally just have to chalk it up as that you could either take the selfless route, or you could take the route to what you think is success, or what you feel is successful. And then you have to realize and make this clear decision who, what, and whatever that you are willing to step on to get from point A to point B. That's, I wouldn't just say that is specifically towards a person like myself, towards straight males. I would not say that, but I will say, what I'm trying to really get across is that this is not rocket science, guys. This is the way it's always been. This is just how it is. This is the way it is. At least for myself and people like myself, this is the way it just kind of is. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And what you see in the media today is they just don't... Well, it's not that they don't get it. It's that they're full of shit is really what it is. It's that they want to take guys who know what it is. They think they're going to reinvent the wheel. They think they're going to reinvent the wheel. And then train people and teach people to be some type of way to where they can try to cage the true nature of a person. And that's retarded. I mean, it's retarded because the thing is, you can't cage what a person just is, regardless of what they are. That's really what it is. It's like, if a person wants to be a drug addict and a complete slob, for instance, then that's what they're going to be. You know what I mean? If a person is going to be overly zealous and overly violent and an overboard, violent, crazed person that they never know how to control themselves, and they never have any balance, and they can't learn, like, they always have to jeopardize everything they worked for over either ego or just sheer rage, because some people it's not even ego, some people it's just like it's just sheer rage. So it's literally like they don't care that they're not trying to prove a point to you. It's just that they have so much like rage that they do violent things, and then they end up in jail, or may do something that puts them behind bars for life. You know, that's what I mean. Like, so, but regardless, you just can't cage a person. It's like a person is going to be what they're going to be. You can't take a person and think that you're going to make such a trend, or you're going to make such a shame and put it upon them that they're just going to change. And, you know, something I actually that really stood out that I heard, that it might have been Andrew Tate himself that said this, which I fully agree with, is that know, you live in a world with some guys who still have a pulse, they're still men, they're still alive, they still want the things that a man should want, they still want to conquer things, and they still want to make a life for themselves and have things they value, you know, and have a woman or women they value, and actually, you know, they still want the so-called American dream, you know, they want things. It's like, if you think for 1 second that you are going to take that and you are somehow going to manufacture something and you're going to somehow, like, make people assimilate or literally breed out of them something that is so concrete and a staple and is an important, crucial part of our makeup genetically as a just species, you can't. You know what I mean? And then also you're going to have guys that are going to be like Andrew Tate, guys like myself that don't even have money. Just regular guys. We are going to literally explode. That's the truth. We're going to get mad like we always do, and we're going to fucking explode on you. Because the thing is this, the thing is, if you keep trying to suppress, and keep trying to repress, or keep trying to shame, or change, or you don't like, you know, whatever about some person, inevitably, what's going to happen is there going to be there's going to be people who are going to literally push against every fucking little stupid thing that you try to. I'm not, and I am that person. I'm that person that where I'm thinking, like, the thing is this, it's like, once I establish that you're on some bullshit, or I think that you have crossed some type of line, or you have whatever, then I'm gonna go after you. That's the way I am. You know, then at that point, I realize, you know what? You don't deserve any better, so I'm going to target you, and I'm going to relentlessly fucking go after you to make a point. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean. You know what I mean? It's you. So what I'm basically saying is, you know, I'm kind of giving a middle finger to the media and a middle finger to a lot of people that are on a lot of bullshit. This is like, if anything, if you don't get anything through your fucking head, realize that, like, stop trying to change people, stop trying to cancel people, stop fucking trying to change things that never should be changed, and stop fighting battles that you could never fucking win. You know what I mean? It's just like, Jesus Christ, there has to be a point where you realize that you have just lost, and you just need to suck it up and walk the fuck away and stop making fools out of yourselves. That's what I'm really trying to say. Just stop. It's like, just stop the bullshit. Because, and someone is probably going to get mad at me, but I'm going to say this. I'm just going to say this like it is. And someone may say this is hate speech, or they may say whatever. But look, just as much as I can respect, or I can leave you alone and let you be your weak, fruity tooty fucking ass in whatever the fuck you are, and you want to walk around and be all hippy dippy, and, you know, you want to put your head in the sand, put your head between the legs, hack your balls off, and shove things up your ass, and put your head up your ass, and, you know, you just want to be happy-go-lucky and live your fucking life, and you're on all that shit. As much as I can, like, not slap the shit out of you, you could do the same shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could just look over my direction and be like, alright, okay, and keep it moving. And I could do the same shit with you, right? Just be like, okay, and accept you for who you are, keep it moving, right? But the problem is, some people, you have a fucking vendetta against certain things, and you have a fucking vendetta against people, dogmas, logics, and you just can't seem. And this is not the normal person either. This is like crazy people who are in fucking media, have power, and all this weird shit. It's like, you just cannot stand to just let a person be what they are. And instead of letting people be what they are, you want to try to rewrite every fucking thing. Like, you want to rewrite genetics almost. You just want to wipe out everything and try to, like, turn everything into whatever the fuck you want it to be. And that's not gonna work, right? Like, I'll give you an example, right? I'll just give you an example. So, I wake up in the morning, and I already know that today's another day that I have to live through, and I have to try to get whatever task, menial task done, whatever in the day, and I realize that that day is just a sliver of portions of time until I meet certain goals, right? And I know that. But I also get up out the bed, and probably Mars the Bringer of War is probably playing in my head. Because I'm just that motherfucker. I'm just violent, I'm just on the warpath. Always. It just is what it is. Like I said this before, it's all about blood and guts. This is about ritual, this is about weapons, this is about war, this is about demons. This is about the demonic and there is a balance with the light side, but this is mostly about the dark side, right? This is about conquering, domination, and so on and so forth, right? This is not no happy-go-lucky butterflies and fucking, tulips and what is bluebirds flying around your head bullshit. This is not about that. Like I said, I literally get up in the morning a lot of times, and the type of shit that's playing, songs playing in my head, is fucking Mars the Bringer of War. You know, just utter slaughters, utter domination in heartlessly crushing whatever's in your fucking way to get to point A to point B. Right? This is, like I said, I'm a certain type of person. Right? This is not that type of shit, man. So, what I'm trying to say is, you can't fucking change what the fuck doesn't need to be changed, and stay the fuck in your lane. And stop trying to fucking attack people that are just making money, trying to make some goddamn money like myself, trying to fucking find a wife, trying to have a happy fucking life, and don't want nothing to do with none of your fucking bullshit that you're trying to shove down people's throats. None of this shit. You know, it's like, leave people the fuck alone. Leave them the fuck alone, please. And do you, motherfucker. You know, it's like, do whatever the fuck you do, but leave us the fuck alone! That's my point. Leave us the fuck alone! Because, first off, I always will say this. If you really want happiness in your life, happiness, and this is me over simplifying this. I'm gonna go retract and go talk back about that. But what I'm saying is, happiness is not found in your life by you trying to change others, unless, I will say, unless you have found such fulfillment, you have reached a point, which I'd say is good. If you reach a point in your life to where, you know, you have money, you have the partner you want, you have the environment you want, you have this and that, whatever things you want in life, and now you feel like you want to change the world, or you feel like you want to change, you know, a certain thing or whatever. Now, I wouldn't say, obviously I'm not a dumb person, I have my best interest in mind, so I'm not going to say, for me it's a good thing that you go after people like myself, but I would also say that, you know, if you've earned, you know, the position to where now you feel like you have to try to change a group or change other, or do whatever, then I guess that's what the fuck you're just gonna do anyway, right? Like I said, no one's gonna fucking stop you. No one's gonna be trying to stop you when you get up in the fucking morning. No, you're just gonna do whatever the fuck you're gonna do anyway. But what I'm saying is, I do not stand by and I do not appreciate the fucking behavior that I see in the media, in the fucking behavior that I see in mostly the media, because I'll say in general, in my goings-on in daily life, I don't really see people acting like this, man. That's the thing. I don't see people necessarily acting a fucking fool on the job or in the streets. You know, I make a joke at work, people usually laugh. People don't get all PC and all uptight and fucking I don't really see that around me, so I don't really... luckily I don't see that, and I'm not in college, obviously, thank God. So I'm not in college. I'm not on a college campus where most of those people are. So I don't deal with that type of backlash for things. Generally, people are pretty much normal and kind of just do them, and then, you know, that pretty much that's what people do pretty much around where I'm from in my general goings on. But I will say, the shit I'm seeing on this fucking YouTube and all over, it's just bullshit. It's retarded, man. I don't even know what the fuck to make of it anymore. I'm like I said, it has me sometimes, and I'll be in the shower, right? This is crazy shit, right? I'll be in the shower, and I'll be thinking about, literally, man, I would slap the shit out of that person. Like, I'm like, I literally think of, like, you know, you hear these debates, you hear people say shit like, oh, well, you know, it's toxic and it's wrong because you said this, and, you know, you're trafficking this, and I'm like, God damn, I'm like, if you said that shit to me on the wrong day, and I felt like I could get away with it, I would just fuck you up. I would just keep it real, like, and that's what I mean. It's like people say, oh, that's our very point. It's toxic. You're toxic. No, the point is this: you don't matter enough to me. I don't give a fuck that I hurt you. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't give a fuck, because you're not that important. You get what I'm saying? My point is, just shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of my way before I do worse. You get what I'm saying? That's the mentality. And maybe some men, they don't even want to say it like that. They don't want to admit that's what they are, because that's what we are. We don't want to. It's that. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your fucking anything. Some of you motherfuckers, I'm gonna talk on this too. Some of you motherfuckers, like I'll even say, I'm not your fucking gay lover or your gay buddy either. We're not. It ain't that party, bro. So you know, because some of you motherfuckers out here, that's why you are the way you are anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gay as fuck. I'm just gonna say it. You're fucking gay as fuck. And that's your business. But the thing is this, is like I said, you want fantasies. You want fantasies. You want to believe, like, I'm not gonna get my shit rocked. This motherfucker's not gonna fuck me up. This person's gonna even level with me. I'm not an alien trying to get my point across. You ain't getting no fucking point across. You get what I'm saying? You ain't get the fuck out the way before you get steamrolled. Like, fast, right? Because you're not important enough for me to give a fuck. See, that's the truth. That's the actual truth. That's the truth, man. Right? But instead, what you want to do is you think you're gonna push a fucking boulder up a hill, reinvent the wheel, and think that you're gonna breed that out somehow, or however the fuck you're thinking, or intellectually, politically weed that out of people, like you somehow get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Like I said, I'll say it again. What you're gonna do is you're gonna tuck your fucking tail, you're gonna turn the other way, you're gonna walk away, or get fucked up. No bullshit. That's the only way it's gonna be. Because no person with self-respect that gets up in the morning, has to go to work, has to deal with all types of people's bullshit, has to look behind their back, look over their shoulder, walk the fucking streets. A motherfucker like myself, this is what I'm really trying to say, a motherfucker like myself that's out here trying to simply get money, find a wife, be happy, live a normal fucking boring life, right? Be an occultist. A person like myself does not value you, motherfucker. Especially you soft motherfuckers and you fruity ass motherfuckers. Nobody, especially, like I'm saying, a man is not gonna value you. You are a weak lamb. You are a fucking sitting duck. You will get your shit rocked or keep it the fuck moving, right? That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. It ain't you're gonna sit there for a half an hour debating, and yet, like, I see this crazy shit, like, it's like you got the fucking you got the fucking conservatives, and then you got the fucking lefts, or whatever you want to call it, lefts, and they're sitting there yelling back and forth at each other, like, trying to argue shit that never, like, you can't, this is what I'm gonna say, you can't go and have two diametrically opposing views and sit and try to yell and get angry and talk this shit out. you know, in crowds, in police, and then you got like barricades and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, because like I said, in reality, I'm gonna keep it in reality. You know how it goes. It's that you keep talking or you say too much shit, and the more capable fucking motherfucker, like I said, you get your shit rocked, and that's the end of it. There's no talking in this. See, that's a luxury that you're not getting afforded. And this is what I mean about when I'd be like in the shower and I'll be like, just thinking of shit, or I'll be like, putting my socks on or some shit to leave, and I'd be thinking in my head, like, how the fuck how do you just sit there with a person and literally try to argue with a person? Right? Usually the only time that I listen to diametrically opposing views to myself is that's my way of either screening a person, or I'm just trying to literally gather what their opinion is. So the next time, if that shit ever arises to a certain degree, I will literally tell them the conversation is over, or I will not even address them or acknowledge them at all. And like I said, at a certain point, it's just all hands at that point. It's all physical, it's all me fucking you up. If, and like I said, it just so happens that usually the person that tries to argue and tries to talk and all that shit is just that dumb motherfucker that actually thinks that they're going to get that luxury. In 98% of the time, you're not going to get that luxury. Like I said, you're going to get fucked up. That's the end of that. Right, that's the end of that. This is the world we actually live in, you dumb motherfuckers. Fuck all that bullshit. Fuck all that. Whatever you're saying is toxic or not, or this, that you're on. Get money. Get what the fuck you want in life. And keep it fucking moving, man. Okay? Keep it fucking moving. Because all you're doing is just running your mouth, just making a bunch of ruckus. It's all bullshit, man. Like I said before, you can't cage what can't be fucking caged. You can't. Now, like I said, I know there's some of you people out here who are on some shit. Some of you are on some crazy shit. Like you're on some hippy flippy dippy, fruity tooty booty. You're on some, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to get my shit shut down, but like I said, you're on some fucking gay ass, flippy dippy, limp dick fucking shit. You know what I mean? That is not the real world. So, it's not gonna be like the world transforms into that, no matter how much you want it to be. No, it ain't. It never would be. It will never transform into no shit like that. It's impossible. Okay? It is impossible that in your life, I'll say in your lifetime, it is impossible that anything could work like that. It just never will. It never was. The human body itself was not designed for that shit. Just to be real, it was not. Okay? It was never designed for that, right? That's not the world we live in. So what I'm saying is, stop trying to be, stop trying to switch something over to what it's not. Like, stop trying to change people into what the fuck they're not. You know what I mean? It's like, I understand that I live in a world where there are diametrically opposed people to myself, and I just understand that's what they are. You know, I don't go harassing them or go trying to, like, what's the word, make big moves to try to, like, change their way of life or try to utterly annihilate their fucking whole existence. Like, what the fuck? It does not work that way. It just does not work that way, man. There has to be balance. It's like, there's a place for every type of fucking person. That's how I look at it. There's a place for every, well, I wouldn't say every, because, you know, some people are just psychopaths, and they probably need to be buried, like, right now, because some people are just crazy, and they can't, you know, exist in society without doing horrible things. But what I'm saying is, in general, there's pretty much a fucking place for every type of fucking person. So you can't just go around thinking, oh, well, you know, I'm gonna reinvent the whole fucking wheel. You know, I'm just gonna cancel this person. I'm just gonna deem this toxic, and your behaviors and your just logic in general is just so horrendously evil. Comparing people to Nazis, comparing people to Hitler. It's like, you know, at the fucking end of the day, man, it's just sickening. It's literally sickening that you can't. It's like, let me ask you this, man. Let me, like, I hate to get like this, but I really gotta ask you. Let me ask you this: male or female, gay or straight. When's the last time that you, like, busted a real nut, bro? When's the last time that you really, like, what's the word, balled out, and you spent money, and you really had a good time, and you felt fulfilled, and you, like, you know, you fucked somebody on the side of a ledge, or over a ledge, and, you know, you was drinking out of a bottle, or smoking your cigar, or whatever, and you felt like you were the king or queen of the world, or whatever. When's the last time you did some shit like that, man? I'm just asking. Maybe that's not what you're into. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you fuck goats or something. Maybe that's what you're into. Maybe you be fucking goats, sheeps, and horses or some shit. But let me ask you this. My whole thing is this. It's like... like I always say, if you're fulfilled and your life is actually happy, you would not be focusing on that bullshit that you be fucking focusing on. You would not be on some crazy shit like you want to reinvent the wheel, destroy a culture, destroy lifestyles, destroy so-called toxic things. No, what you would be doing was you would be getting your fucking money. You would be enjoying your fucking life. You would be setting goals and things that you want to accomplish before your fucking ass dies. Right? You would not be trying to perpetuate or trying to create a whole new fucking age or some shit. That's my fucking point, man. That's my point. Right? See, what I'm trying to say is a person like myself just feels anger, positive and negative emotions stronger than most people, so there's not a lot of room for just like, oh, well, I'll just let this just slide, or I'll just let this go. No, it's more like, okay, I need to get this done. This has to get done. I only have this much time to fucking live. You know, it's on some shit like that. Like I said, you know, Mars, the bringer of war, warpath. This is blood and guts, guns, knives, fists, ritual, destruction, death, domination. This is not pretty. But that's just because that's just what I am. You get what I'm saying? Not everyone is like that. There's like I said, there's different types of people all over, and there's a purpose for every fucking person. But I'm not just gonna sit here and just let this shit just fly and just not say anything. I have to rant about this. Because this is my take on it all, right? This is my take on it. This is from a person like myself. This is my take. This is my take on it. You know, I'm not just gonna sit here and just say, oh, well, you know, I agree. Like, no, fuck no. You know, it's like, fuck no. I don't agree with this crazy shit you people are. You're fucking crazy. You are crazy, man. You are literally fucking crazy, man. And then some of you people actually believe some of this shit that you're preaching. You actually believe it. You believe that things are actually toxic? Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, what are you actually talking about? You know, you've missed it. You've completely missed the mark. You have missed the mark of reality. Like, you are denying reality right there. You're denying reality, man. You know, I don't even know. I don't even know really what else to say. It's just, you know, I just explode sometimes. Like, if it's not physically, it's verbally, because I'm like, you know, you can't. Okay, you have to realize this. You have to realize that you're only making people like myself more determined and stronger, right? I'll even say this. Now, this is what I mean about, like, when I'm in the shower, when I'm putting on my socks, when I'm fucking, you know, grabbing my book bag to fucking leave for work. When I think of this dumb shit, it makes me full of rage, and it makes me more apt this is what I mean. It makes me more apt to snap on someone because of all the shit. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of, it's almost like, okay, well, I would be calmer if this shit wasn't in my face all the time. But because it's all, every time I watch a video of, every time I watch a video of a, like, TikTok compilation of, what do they even call them? They call them all types of crazy shit, like, you know, shit that makes me feel better about my life on, you know, TikTok, shit I wish I didn't watch, you know what I mean, like, shit like that, where you got people, like I said, you got people calling themselves 3 genders, calling themselves this, calling themselves that, and it's okay if you want to live like that and do what you want to, that's fine, but my thing is this, it's like, what makes me filled with rage is when you attack normal, fucking sane, logical people like myself, and then you want to try to think that you can, or you should, try to change us, try to change the future children, you want to try to cancel people like myself. I'm like, see, that's what I mean, that's what makes me angry. Because I feel like, you know, I'm probably going to close it here, and this is going to make some people mad. They're going to get mad, because you're always mad anyway. That's the thing, you're always mad anyway, so this is kind of tying into what I'm just about to say. You're going to be mad anyway, so I don't give a fuck. Because you're just going to be mad anyway, because you're stupid anyway. So, fuck it. I look at it, like I said before, is I don't want to argue with you anymore. I don't want to debate with you. I don't want to try to prove to you even my point logically. The rage just takes over, and I'm about to bust your fucking head. You get what I'm saying? The rage has taken over. I cannot sit there and argue with a fucking complete moron. I can't do it. I can't argue like that. I can't do it. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hurt you and get you the fuck either quiet or out the fucking way somehow. Because I can't just sit there and just listen to all, because it's beyond everything I am. Does that make sense to you? It's like I'm trying to say, it's like, if you're gonna sit there and lie straight to my face, because that's all you're doing is spewing lies. That's all you're doing. Like, I have literally heard people say crazy shit like, oh, you know, you're not assigned a gender, or you're assigned a gender at birth. No, motherfucker, either you're born with a fucking penis or you're born with a fucking vagina, bitch. What your emotions say is one thing, but you cannot deny concrete physical facts. Like, for instance, I have 2 thumbs. I'm an African American man. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I have nails on my fingers. There's all types of physical things that there's no denying this. You know what I mean? Like, my eyes are brown. My hair is brown. My skin is brown. What the fuck? You know what I mean? It's like, you know, what the fuck? I can't say that, it was assigned to me at birth. Motherfucker! I was, just like Wesley Snipes was born black, I was born black. Alright, no one assigned my race to me when I was born. The blood in my veins, you get what I'm saying? That's what I mean. It's like, if you're gonna sit here and I can't deal with that type of stupidity without inflicting just straight violence instantly, because I feel like all I did was shorten time. Like, it's like, I don't want you near me, because you're fucking you're fucking wasting my time. I'm not nice enough to try to get through you any type of way. I just want to hurt you now and get you the fuck out of my way. You get what I'm saying? That's the way it is. And you know what? There's thousands, if not millions, of people that are the same way I am. And most of us are men. So take that and stick it up your fucking ass. Like I know you want to do. Because I already know. So it's like, you want to say, oh, well, that's my point, and you're such a horrible person. Man, that's irrelevant how horrible I am. What's relevant is that, guess what? If you come at me that bullshit, you better come some other type of way, because, like I said, you might as well just come with straight up hands, bro. Like, you might as well come real with some hands, because then at least if you're enough, maybe you could silence me, literally, right? But if you can't, don't come at me with that bullshit, because I'm not going to talk with you. I'm not, and like I said, us that are real men, that are about these, we're not playing that bullshit. We are not, we are sick of it. We see it through media and we watch it, but we are sick of it. We don't want any more. We don't even care anymore. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, obviously I would not want to go to jail, but I'm like, man, just take me to jail because I'm about to fuck somebody up. I'm not playing around. I'm not arguing nothing. I'm not arguing fucking nothing. This is not an argument. This is past that shit. And the reason why I say that is because you have poked and picked and picked and picked and poked, and you have poked the fucking bear so much that it's not even, this is not a game anymore. This is like, get the fuck out of here, that shit, before you get fucked up. Like, it's basically that. It's like, don't come with that shit. Just don't do it, because you're gonna be fucked up, man. Don't do it. So, hey, I can get all the backlash that you can throw at me, whatever. But fuck you then, okay? Because, like I said, some of you motherfuckers are just and the sad thing is, you will never win, and you will never learn. That's the honest truth. It's sad, but you will never. I'm going to close at this point. I will actually say, some of you will never have anything in life. You will never enjoy life. You will actually be miserable, and you just may die to suicide. You literally just may die to suicide. I'm sorry, I'm saying it, but I'm just going to say it because, like, there's just certain things that work a certain way, and it's kind of like, think of it this way. Think of fighting a self-sacrificing, losing battle that you will never fight. It is kind of like a Jesus on a cross story, but you have no power to back it up. It's like there's no ascension for you. There's no heaven for you. There is no resurrection for you. There is just, you're a useless fucking martyr. That's really what I'm trying to say. It's like, you are a virtue signaling, useless fucking martyr that is hurting yourself for nothing. And instead, what you should be doing is you should be focusing on things that can bring you fulfillment, what really matters to you, fighting what's actually difficult for you and hard for you, whether if that simply is getting off your stink ass, taking a shower, and maybe trying on some new clothes, and maybe going to the gym, and maybe putting on some different makeup, and maybe not being around people that make you feel good, but they're toxic to you in actuality. It is maybe instead of doing what the fuck you're doing now, maybe you should go do that shit and accomplish some little thing that makes you feel good. And you're thinking, well, maybe, you know what? Maybe I should lean more towards that direction because, but like someone, I can't remember this guy's name, but he put it, I'm kind of just like, I'm paraphrasing it, but this is kind of what he was saying. He was saying, like, he was talking about like a hypothetical girl, and he's like, you are, you have a terribly dysmorphic face. You have a ghastly body. Guys don't like you. No one likes you. You're talentless. You're you're this, you're that. And that's what I mean. It's like, see, the thing is, that bitch, hypothetical bitch, that bitch doesn't realize she's just wasting her time being a masochist, when instead she should drop all that virtue shit, all that I'm fighting for a cause, I'm fighting for this person, I'm fighting. Did you not know that the people, some of the, like, I'll give you an example, right? When you're fat, dysmorphic ass with a ghastly body and all that shit, whoever, bitch that you are, when you're in bed eating Nutella and peanut butter, watching Netflix, masturbating or some shit, or hitting the dildo or some shit because you can't get a man or whatever, the same bitch that you're fighting for is plowing the man that you wish you had. See, do you get that concept? I'm not even going to repeat that because that's too many words for me to... Sorry, I'm kind of a dummy when it comes to... So I don't want to have to try to formulate that because I don't like to talk a lot of times. Just keep it real. There is some tard here, so just saying. Like do you get the concept though? It's like, instead of focusing on some, I want to save and I want to change and this is so evil and so... No, motherfucker. You better become evil. You better become really fucking evil. I mean, you better become evil to the point to where you're like... You ever seen those big sinister cats on cartoons? I talked about this before. You know, they got the slits for the eyes and they got the sharp teeth and the claws and they're just seem to be seething and they just are a seething force. Nah, you better get on, you better get that energy going. Because the thing is, like I said, nah, bitch. You better become the bitch that's finna take somebody's man. You get what I'm saying? You better be the type of person who, nah. I'm not gonna be crying about what I don't have. I'm gonna be the motherfucker that overwhelms and overcomes these motherfuckers and gets whatever the fuck I want, right? But you have to realize that there is a path you would have to take if even you ever accomplish that shit. You realize that what I'm trying to say is the shit that you're on now, if you're on some shit like that, oh, you know, I want to fight for the cause and I want to save and I want to change and, you know, this world is wrong or this is toxic and look here. I'll put it to you like this, bitch. If you can say some shit like that, you're probably the same motherfucker that is a coward, weak, soft, ain't got nothing going for you. And what I'm trying to say is, if you're that lowly, the reason why you're that lowly, and you believe, even if you do believe those things, because it could just be all charade, which it usually is, and I've seen this before with people before I've seen it. What I'm saying is, you need to get on your shit, man. Like, for real. You need, and like I said, the whole, like do a whole 360. Do a whole fucking 360, because the shit that you're on only breeds and only creates self-deprecating, masochistic realities, man. That's all it does. All it does is basically, you just want, it's like you want to get shit on. It's like you're like, oh, this is toxic. This is bad. This is wrong. And this is... And meanwhile, motherfuckers like myself are just laughing at you. Like I said, like the evil cat, you know, just claws out, teeth out, slits for eyes, seething, evil, violent, strong, not giving a fuck. Just like, what, bitch? You want to get shot on again? Hold my shit, bitch. Because I'm like, I know that you know, you must love it. Like, you must love it, because you're always down there. It's like, you're down there crying. Oh yeah, cry, baby, more, bitch. Cry. Because those sweet tears, right? Those sweet tears, I'll be lubing it up to get you again with them sweet tears. Again. And again. And you must love it. You must love it, I guess, because you know, that's what you do day in and day out. And that's what you don't want to hear. See, you don't want to hear that. You don't want to know. You see, the thing is, some of you know that. That's the thing. You know this. But like I said, you're too scared to flip everything around to even try to see, oh, maybe, you know, maybe I can actually get something I actually want. You know, see, but you know what? I also have to say, do you fucking even deserve what you want if you're on some shit like that? You see what I mean? That's the question I have to ask. Like, if you're on some shit like that, is there anything in you even admirable that you should even deserve better? Because I don't fucking know, really. Right? I don't know. But I don't know everything, so that's for you to find out, not for me to know or for me to find out. So I'm going to cut this rant short, man. But I want you to listen real fucking hard and really ruminate over all the shit that I fucking spoke on in this fucking rant. Right? And I don't like talking like this or talking to people like this some type of way on a fucking rant. But I'm saying this because maybe this could help someone, right? Maybe this could help somebody. I don't know. Like, I wish growing up someone had talked to me like this. I really wish they did, so I would, like, have done certain things better or made different decisions at certain points in life and, like, had more and, like, you know. But you know what? I'm speaking this shit to someone who maybe I don't even know. Maybe you're someone who speaks English, you're in another country or something, and you're listening to this and you're like, you know what? Oh, that was painful, but that's exactly what I need to hear. So, I don't know. I thought I had to rant on this. This is something I've been thinking on for like months now. I've been seeing all this crazy shit in the media, hearing people talk all types of fucking shit, nonstop, every fucking. I'm like, how are you people going on TikTok talking all this? All you're doing is talking shit. Nothing you say has any validity. It's all bullshit. It's all coming out of your ass. It is all nonsense. Nothing you say has anything in reality. You're talking out your ass, man. No matter how many fucking pink hair, purple hair, fucking queer story time, fucking drag queen story time, this is toxic, this is that, this is... I don't give a fuck how many platforms or how many motherfuckers you have or how many speakers you have in your colleges and all this crazy shit. You ain't said nothing. All you told me was like, you ain't got nothing better to do. You ain't got no talents. You're ugly. You're dumb. You're weak. Because, like I said, usually only those type of motherfuckers really focus on shit like that. You know, it just is what it is. Because it's like, if you are of substance or of any glimmer of substance in any way, you don't even got the time. You do not. It's like you already know what the truth is. You already know what the real shit is. It's like you ain't wasting your time with that shit. It's like you look at people like that, like children. Like it's like, oh yeah, you wanna look at the coloring book. You wanna, oh you can't find the brown crayon, so you're like, mommy, the wings are supposed to be brown. And it's like, oh, you know, in a few minutes you're just gonna use the green crayon because you're impatient. You're a child, so just fucking use the green crayon and fucking color the fucking thing. That's how we look at you. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Do you not see reality? Gender's assigned at birth. Motherfucker. That's like me saying, was your mouth hole assigned to you at birth? Or is that like, you were born with a mouth, right? I mean, you were born with eyes and toes, right? Like, I mean, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. This is Steve's Art and Fun channel, where we do not condone, we shame, and we shun all the fucking bullshit, all that nonsense and noise, and talk about just real shit, tangible shit that we can put in our fucking hands in reality, and not nonsense. Shit. Send in your fucking gutter stories to wayslenny@gmail.com. This is Steve's Art and Fun channel. This has been another Buck Wild and Crazy rant. Shit that had to be said for your entertainment. But it's fucking real. This is not just entertainment. This is real shit, man. If you can't get it through your head, then look, then I pray for you that maybe you find another way, because chances are slim for you if you can't. So that's the end of the rant. I hope you guys come back and have a nice day.